Bună seara, dragilor! Eu aștept Chivanoc. În această seară o poveste de viață, o poveste extraordinară. Un prieten drag din Budapesta ne-a făcut o vizită oficială pentru că este de astăzi alături de noi în proiectul Neotech și pentru asta am să-i mulțumesc. Dialogul din această seară va fi în limba engleză pentru că eu deocamdată nu stăpânesc atât de bine limba maghiară, tehnic vorbind, ca să pot să țin un dialog cu dânsul. Borsy Laszlo este alături de noi. Loții, welcome, eu aștept.
Thank you.
We talk in English because I tell to the people I'm not so good in Hungarian. It's a little bit shame for me, but I promise everybody to learn better.
And no, your Hungarian is great, actually.
Great, but not technically great, you know. So, Loci, thank you very much once again for your visit and for your interest regarding a partnership with Neotech project. And I start with the questions. So you have a lot of experience in America. You stay there something like 20 years. What bring you home from America and what bring you from America for Neotech project?
Well, thank you for your hospitality and thank you for having me in this wonderful city. I used to attend a special mathematics high school, Fazekas Mihály Gymnasium in Hungary, and I ended up winning a scholarship to the US, and that's how I ended up there, and later successfully got scholarships for leading American universities, where I became an engineer and an economist, a software engineer mostly. And I had successful jobs in large Fortune 500 American software companies. Then, I'm a person of extremes. I either like extreme rational things like mathematics and computer science and engineering in all fields, or I like arts. And arts of extremes, ballet and classical music, and I realized that I was very unhappy, in the U.S. That for me it was very difficult emotionally. So I always wanted to transfer back to my roots, and I built a transition so that I can professionally do the same things that I was doing in the U.S., but do them from my home country, Hungary. So in the early 2000s, I moved back. Everybody doubted me and said, "There's no way that you're gonna lose your 3 homes and 10 cars and the airplane in the U.S. That you're living, with the American dream." And I defied their logic, and I moved back. And I often loved visiting this part of Romania, and when our mutual friend Tibor told me that you're involved with this blockchain project, that immediately got my interest, and our early discussions certainly revealed me there's a lot of synergies between my near-term past projects and the projects of what you have underneath your umbrella.
One of the biggest problems for the blockchain projects and crypto projects is the mining situation, because it's consume a lot of energy, and for that you have a huge idea, you have a huge project. Now you're going to change a little bit this in another perceptions. So tell us please regarding this, how you arrived to mining, but to win green energy.
Sure. So since some of my engineering involvement in green energy and some criticism, of certain industry members of how green energy wasn't really green, and my investigations into those claims resulted me, getting knowledgeable and more professional about how energy production and energy distribution worked in most parts of the world. So getting back to the early part of your question, when I did my own Bitcoin forked utility coin, Vital Coins, then I realized some of the shortcomings of the crypto world. There, I found some shortcomings both on the consumer side and both on the maintenance side of blockchain. On the consumer client side, I realized that if we're not going to be able to find quickly some widespread utility and usage for crypto, then a lot of the governments are going to start being against it. And the problem was that it was completely unusable for microtransactions because it was slow and costly. So, for example, paying for a pizza, you're not going to pay a transaction cost of $10 to buy a $5 pizza, and you're not going to wait 10 to 15 minutes or even more nowadays for the blockchain transaction to take place. So we found a solution for that. What you hinted on the blockchain maintenance side, which is in a nickname, it's called mining, to validate transactions. We realized that one aspect of the mining process, finding this reverse hash key to authenticate and sign the actual transactions in that block, is that it's a continuous performance of work that can be stopped at any time. So given that mathematical aspect of mining, that we realized that it is a perfectly suitable companion for consumer-side grid management. And this way, in a eco-friendly way, marrying that together with the early stages of green energy, which cause a lot of grid management issues, it can actually be, near-term and mid-term, a perfect solution for, marrying it together with grid management.
This is very, very huge situation. If you realize that with your partners from Germany, with E.ON, I think you are the biggest star in a blockchain in a future period. Tell me, please, how you see the potential of Neotech project, and how Neotech builds trust in all this blockchain and crypto world.
I see that the evolution of cities will be definitely bound by how much well-organized digital data is available by the region and the city. So, by the mere fact that Neotech found a way to accumulate that digital data in different layers, it has already caught my interest. So I think Neotech's approach to try to marry this together with a particular blockchain environment, and that people in a community or even outside the community that are a fan of a particular region or a city, that they can take place in the digital ownership of that very data is a huge plus, and moving forward, and that's going to revolutionize the evolution of the Earth itself.
Thank you very much for these nice words. Don't forget, you tell me in America in these 20 years you know very important people. I just, one name is resting in my head, Elon Musk. So you tell us in a near future you have possibility to put in contact with our project.
Yes, I believe that given our mutual interests and the mutual vision, that one of my partners, in his early career at PayPal, was his partner Elon Musk, and we're involved together with some potential crypto projects, and seeing how energy distribution is a key part and a key influencing factor of the growth of Tesla. I think he'd definitely entertain a partnership together on that topic.
God is with us. I want to don't forget these words. So yeah, you have also a very, very interesting life. It's the first time in my life, ladies and gentlemen, when I have in the studio and everywhere in my life, somebody who was more than 2 years in coma. Just explain this experience, how you arrived there, and how you bring you back with us.
So I think medically described, I wasn't exactly in a coma for 2 years. It was a progression of coma, self-induced coma, to a deep sleep, to a unconscious state, etc., etc. But I ended up in those states and luckily coming out of it with only minor long-term effects on my life as a result of me being punished for being a winner of a minor Thai box fight, and the father not being happy that I basically won the fight against his son.
So you make also martial arts.
Well, martial arts. Right now you can't tell based on my body complexion. Maybe you'll be able to tell based on the tennis that I'm going to produce for you later today. Yeah. But yes, for about 12 years I regularly practiced Thai boxing.
Thai boxing. So and the father of your fight colleague don't like it. You was a winner in that fight, and what's happening?
He at the reception that we were, he jumped out of a car and pretended to do something else, and then when I turned away, he hit me with a metal object, and I hit a concrete with my head, and I was in the hospital 10 minutes later or 15 minutes later. Luckily, that a good team there in Debrecen treated me fast and provided me with a path to come out of the difficult situation.
This is unbelievable. It's part of your life, and I think, and no damage for you. You feel good now. Everything is in.
Some people in my environment say that I became smarter. I'm not joking.
This is good. This is good, and also.
For certainly, my chess LO rating increased.
Okay. And tell me also, what is meant to be with autism? Because I never know nobody with autism.
I think you probably knew. I think you probably knew, but you didn't realize it because there's different progressions and versions of autism that is not visible, and many people live with that without an actual diagnostics. For many years, or maybe even towards the end of their life. So I started noticing when I was in primary school and high school that I always took many times longer to learn things and to understand it in detail, or if I didn't understand it in the perfect detail, then I could not get myself to move on. So I was always a lot slower, but once I had the knowledge, I was the best at inferring new knowledge from the ones that I attained with that process. Interesting enough that until I was 20 years old, I never read a book because of autism. I excelled in in mathematics, and sciences, but I've never got myself to be able to read more than 2 pages from a book.
Incredible, incredible.
So there's many weird aspects, but then once you learn to live with it and understand it and have a conscience of your state, then you can start adapting to it and live with it and start using the advantageous parts of it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Borsy Laszlo, my friend, starting from today, it's in the board of Neotech. Thank you very much for your visit. Thank you very much for you decide to be with us, and let's build the future together.
Thank you very much for. It's an honor to be here and to be able to be a member of the board and building the future together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Doamnelor și domnilor, a fost alături de noi Laszlo Borsy. Este un om extraordinar, de la care am învățat într-o zi și jumătate, poate cât am învățat în ultimii 5 ani. Este ca o carte, e de ajuns să te uiți și autismul ăsta cred că de fapt înseamnă un mic geniu, pentru că am stat efectiv cu gura căscată și foarte, foarte atent, cum nu prea fac de obicei, la tot ceea ce ne-a spus, la tot ceea ce ne-a recomandat, și mă bucur, ne-a spus că face parte din viața mea în primul rând și că vom construi împreună proiecte de viitor. Voi, în schimb, nu uitați să fiți buni, pentru că bunătatea nu costă, a fi bun este gratis, este la îndemâna tuturor. Doar așa putem să construim o societate pozitivă și plină de speranță. Vă iubesc, să ne vedem cu bine data viitoare. La revedere, vi sunt așa.
Thank you.